Hey guys, thanks for tuning in with another video's time, and we're here with another WWE pay-per-view predictions video, and we are here with Money in the Bank 2021 on pay-per-view predictions. Again, you all expected this because again, it's this Sunday, and I really wanted to talk about this. Sadly, I'm not able to go to it since we just can't get the money, and also I don't know, I just kind of waited too late, but pretty much hoping we get. I'm hoping I get to go to the AEW Full Gear, since it's gonna be in St. Louis. But again, I'm not gonna. I'm hoping so, but again, who knows? And it's still a while away from November at least. Not the point, but we are now. Money in the Bank is pretty much like pretty much one of those pay-per-views that people wondering why it existed. They should just have. I'm kind of also thinking of this. Money in the Bank shouldn't be a pay-per-view. They should just put the match like back at WrestleMania, like they did back then, back a long time, back like in 20, at least since some like 2012, or maybe it was 2010. I'm kind of late on thinking, but and I think that's when they started the whole Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And yeah, it's just kind of one of those pay-per-views that you're kind of looking forward to, with the Money in the Bank match. Sometimes their saying's been sometimes the people that are in it just doesn't make sense to me. There's a few parts that I don't understand. People, why are they even in the match in the first place? And then also the winners. It's kind of a little it kind of just hinders this match, not only the match, but also this not only this pay-per-view, but also the match itself. Because again, last year we had Otis win, and the year before that, I think we had I'm pretty sure we had Brock Lesnar, and then we had Braun Strowman. And believe me, it was just it had ruined like year after year after year. It just hasn't been like this same since. And it's at least Seth Rollins won, which again, we'll go into my kind of picks for the win. But we got 7 matches on the card, or 1 on the pre-show, which we just have a SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, which we'll go into a little bit on the pre-show. Don't understand why it's on the pre-show. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I don't understand, but at this point, I'm just kind of used to this at this point. There is one match I'm not very excited for, which I'll get onto a little bit, and that's going to be the first match on the main card I'm going to be going over. But yeah, I did get all the people here, at least as far as the men's Money in the Bank match and then the main matches. But I don't have anyone from the women's Money in the Bank match. I'll say that now, and I have a few guys there on the card like Charlotte, Viking Raiders, and then the Usos. And I think that's it, really. And there's just the women's people in the women's Money in the Bank match. I don't have the briefcase. I do have the men's briefcase. You can see right here. And yeah, I don't want to go any longer than I need to do with this intro, because I need to get on with just the match card itself and the predictions themselves. So let's just get into the pre-show. So the first match I'm going over is the one, the pre-show, which is the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match with the Mysterios against the Usos, again defending their championship. Honestly, at this point, this is kind of like a rematch match from like last month before Hell in a Cell, where I just got thrown out because Roman Reigns came in and attacked Mysterio's, caused disqualification and everything. This one I'm very excited for, even being for the pre-show, which again in some cases I really don't understand the pre-show, why it's on the pre-show, and yeah, like I said, pretty much looking forward to this match up here. And stuff in this. As from, and just in many cases, aces, and then like I said, and sorry if I just repeated that, I'm kind of lost. And as far as who I think is gonna win this match, it is just up in the air. In some cases, in one part, I really don't want the Mysterios to lose the tag titles, because I like the father and son team, for the most part. But with that, there's no problem with this. Like I said, I don't want them to lose. But when you throw the Usos in, probably the best tag team of all time, just one of the best tag teams. There's obviously other teams, just saying, for the most part, and then they could actually win since they're just full heel and the bloodline and everything. Like I said, but as far as I'm picking to win this match, I'm gonna say the Usos are gonna win, become new SmackDown Tag Champions. If Mysterio and Dominic still retain, it's still very good. But like I said, I don't know if they're gonna go in the Uso route, or just nah, or the Mysterios are gonna win. But I'm picking the Usos, and now let's move on to the first match of the first official match on the main show of Money in the Bank, which is the Raw Women's Championship match. Again, this is like the one I'm not excited for that much, because we basically saw it happen already, like twice. First we had with Backlash. Again, I'm just calling it that. I'm not even gonna explain the reasons why I'm calling it just that, because you guys already know from the past few times. And then we had one in Hell in a Cell, which in Hell in a Cell, Charlotte won by disqualification, which was just terrible. Again, I don't know. There was just some off-putting things about some parts with Hell in a Cell. Again, there was that, and then there was the Hell in a Cell match with Bobby Lashley winning by a roll-up, which makes no sense. That's not the point of this thing. And yeah, I pretty much already saw this thing in like twice, even though I feel like there's gonna be a fourth time for when SummerSlam comes around. And I don't know. It's just, this is kind of like the one points that I'm just really not. I'm just gonna pick Rhea Ripley to win. If Charlotte wins, I don't even care. I just want to see someone else go against either Charlotte or Rhea just next. Again, with a bunch of people, a bunch of call-offs happening with NXT right now. We got Finn Balor on SmackDown. We got Nox and Shotzi on SmackDown, and then when Tegan Nox is going to be on Toni Storm is going to be on SmackDown. There's probably going to be some more call-offs for Raw, and since again the crowd's coming back and everything, the crowds are back in full force. That's the one big thing I like about this pay-per-view. One thing I'm very excited for is just the fans being back and everything. Like I said, the fans being back, and like I said, everything about it, I'm pretty much excited for. So that's kind of like a big thing. So Rhea Ripley to win, and that's enough of me talking. And let's move on to one of the other matches I'm kind of more excited for, which we have the Raw Tag Team Championship match with AJ Styles and Omos against the Viking Raiders. And yeah, I feel like this is like another thing that, and another match that I'm very excited for, even though I feel like that Omos and AJ hasn't even like defended the titles. Again, I don't think they have defended it at Hell in a Cell. I don't think they have defended it at Backlash. If I'm gonna look up for a little bit, it's just because I'm pretty sure they didn't have anything during Hell in a Cell besides they didn't have an Hell in a Cell, and then I look at Backlash. I'm pretty sure they didn't. Yeah, they didn't defend it. This is like their first title defense since WrestleMania. Unless they defended it on Raw at some point, but again, I can't say I've been paying attention too much to Raw because it's been up and down lately. Same thing with, I can even say a little bit for SmackDown, but not completely. I am joining NXT right now, but on the plus point, as far as this match goes, it's kind of hard to say. Also, it's kind of like another thing with the SmackDown Tag Champions. I don't want to see Omos and AJ lose because they haven't done anything too much with the championships. Yes, and then there's Viking Raiders that could just easily just take the champions off of them. And this is kind of like my other thing. I think I'm gonna do a reverse thing, and for this one, like with SmackDown Tag Champions, I'm gonna say AJ and Omos are gonna retain. Again, this is kind of like an unpopular opinion, or at least an unpopular choice, or something along the lines of that. I don't know if anyone else is okay with it, but pretty much I'm gonna just say they retain here and try to go this, unless some Viking Raiders win, and then this is kind of like the time where they're splitting, and then try to go do a kind of just rivalry going up to SummerSlam. Again, I'm okay with that too, but I'm just gonna pick almost an 80 to win and retain, and just hold it. Maybe even if they do win, retain it, maybe just hold it until SummerSlam. Since we're gonna be in Las Vegas for that. And again, crowds are back, and yeah, let's move on. So next match I'm going over is the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and this Money in the Bank ladder match is not too exciting as the men's, but it's not as bad as I usually think it is. But yeah, we got Asuka, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Ash. I don't know what the hell that is all about. It's some superhero gimmick she's doing right now. I don't completely understand. I don't know if it's something involving Alexa Bliss or something on the lines of that. But Liv Morgan, Selena Vega, Natalya, and Tamina. Representing the SmackDown side. We just have 4 representing the Raw side, and then 4 other ones representing the SmackDown side. Tamina was there yesterday. I don't even know why she's there. I don't know at this point, but again, this match is kind of like up in the air and just unpredictable at this point. We got the returning Selena Vega, which I don't know if they're going to keep her for too long or just release her or just let her go after that. I don't know. I'm literally just guessing at this point. At this point, but again, as far as my picks are going to go, as much as I want to see Asuka again, I think my main picks are just Alexa Bliss and Selena Vega, and maybe Liv Morgan. That's kind of like my main 2. Or plus another one that I'm going with. I just don't want to go on too long with this because you guys look at that graphic. Those 3 for my main pick. And again, Alexa and Selena Vega as my main picks, and then Liv Morgan as a wild card thing. Let's move on. And then we go to the next match, and probably the match that I have the one match I have all the figures for, and plus the one I'm very excited for, and it is the men's Money in the Bank match. And at this point, I'm usually just more excited for the men's than the women's. Just, I don't know, this has more like star power and just better guys in this. We have on the Raw side, Drew McIntyre, Riddle, Ricochet, and John Morrison. And then on the SmackDown side, we have Kevin Owens, Big E, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Seth Rollins. So yeah, if Cesaro won, we would have one last guy here. I don't know. And I don't know how I would fit that in as far as getting a red door. I don't know. But you kind of get the point. I'm very excited for this match. This is a stacked amount of people and better than last year. Again, not only the corporate ladder thing was just off to me, also just the people in the men's side of it. Well, AJ and Daniel were good. Even Aleister Black and Rey Mysterio, I didn't completely understand. And Corbin was okay. Again, it kind of worked. It's just Otis, and I didn't understand why he was in that match and why he won. So yeah, this is a lot more better than last year. Besides, also just fans being back and everything, and obviously the feel of the show is gonna be better again. Just throughout the pandemic, it was kind of hard to stay with WWE during the pandemic and everything. Just when fans were gone, and like I said, now since they're back, it's gonna be a little better. But as far as I'm gonna think it's gonna win, it is just up in the air. There are so many people, so many things that might happen during this match. That we could see Nakamura winning, which I kind of expected him to win during the first time around because they were pushing him to the moon. I can expect Big E winning his first Money in the Bank briefcase. Same thing with Riddle right over here. Even Ricochet, and then also John Morrison could win because he's been in this match countless of other times, and then also he can just win just like his tag partner or the Miz. And I think also the Miz is supposed to be in his corner, but it's somehow. Of course, him in the wheelchair is kind of giving me WWE 12 vibes. Remember that video game? But yeah, on the plus point, but this kind of goes into the last 2, which these are my main picks, and that is KO and Seth. And KO deserves the Money in the Bank briefcase. He deserved it when he was going against Braun Strowman for the briefcase, which they literally just buried him, which was stupid. I don't even understand it. And then Seth Rollins is probably the second person that deserves it, because again, we can see him with the briefcase for a second time, and then also we can just see him do like a heist of the century thing again. This is kind of like another thing. I just really think that these are my two picks. And again, also Drew McIntyre could win, but I just don't want him to win. I just want him to go in the United States Championship picture right now. His rivalry with Sheamus. I already mentioned this, and I can even see him as the United States Champion. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And again, Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins for my pick to win. And now let's go on to the main two World Championship match. And then next, we have the WWE Championship match. Again, I'm just guessing which ones are going to happen. I'm not expecting it to be in this order, but we have the WWE Championship match with the almighty WWE Champion Bobby Lashley taking on Kofi Kingston with Xavier Woods in his corner, and also this MVP in Lashley's corner. And this match I'm very excited for. One, it's Kofi versus Bobby Lashley. And then also it's just Lashley finally going up against someone that isn't McIntyre. Don't get me wrong, I kind of like the matches with McIntyre. It's just kind of was overdone. I was okay with Backlash, and even with Braun Strowman added to the mix, and then we had the Hell in a Cell match. That terrible Hell in a Cell match with it wasn't terrible, the match itself, it was just the ending that was just through it. It kind of ruined it. Him doing a roll-up. Again, this guy shouldn't be doing a roll-up. And not only not doing a roll-up in general, but also not doing it in Hell in a Cell. Come on. Come on, WWE. Stop ruining things for us. Even everyone else agrees. This guy should be doing a roll-up in Hell in a Cell. You could have just locked in the Hurt Lock. Again, I could go on forever about that problem, but you guys already get it. And this has kind of gotten me up in the air and kind of unpredictable at this point. Well, after that kind of was going berserk on Monday with throwing everything out of the ring, smashing things. Basically, last week is unhinged. But if we remember correctly, not only Kofi has be pinned in Lashley, also Xavier Woods pinned Lashley last Monday. Again, last month, Kofi pinned in them, and then Xavier Woods. And yeah, that's kind of what got to my point, which it's kind of like up in the air for the winner. So I'm going to pick Kofi to win in the WWE Championship. Well, the hell? What was that? And it was my 8 Squad Blue Ranger. So yeah, I'm picking Kofi to win, because this is, well, again, I don't mind with Bobby with Lashley winning, and again, he can probably go after. Again, there might be a possible way he might face Drew again because of that loophole if he wins the Money in the Bank briefcase again. And I pretty much pick Kofi to win, because this is probably the part that Lashley loses champion and Kofi becomes 2-time WWE champion. And that's my main choice. Now let's go on to the main event. And the last match on the card is for the Blue Universal or Universal Champion with the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. And he's taking on Edge, the match that should have happened at WrestleMania. I won't deny that this should have happened. Should have been the match that happened at WrestleMania. No triple threat match with Daniel Bryan. Again, I didn't mind Daniel Bryan being added in the mix. It just gives me a WrestleMania 30 type of vibes. Because again, that's kind of like the first WrestleMania I saw, and that's kind of like the one that I just, again, couldn't help to get that match. Couldn't help me to get vibes of that match, because again, like I said, but in some cases, this is the match that should have happened at WrestleMania. Again, and this has basically the saying in Murph's YT13 tie. In the YT13's words, this guy's combustle just ran all over it. This is basically a match that I'm excited for, everyone's excited for. And this is kind of the match that I kind of think. And this is kind of like just up in the air as usual. I know I'm just kind of rambling my words again, which I'm trying to make it quick, but again, like I said, this build of this match was pretty good. When Edge finally arrived, I was been wondering where he was. Where the heck is Edge? Where? I know he didn't leave like Daniel Bryan did, as far as I know. I don't know if Daniel Bryan really left. I was kind of hoping he didn't, but again, on the plus point, like I said, I pretty much am excited because again, I'm glad Edge is back. As far as who I'm gonna think is gonna win, well, again, it's up in the air because again, we seen Edge tap out Roman on week after week after week. Well, at least as far as twice. Throughout the weeks, he kind of came back. And he also almost tapped him out at WrestleMania again. And what was it for the Jey Uso and anything like that? And my pick for this match is Edge. Edge is going to win the comeback story, which is just the redemption story that it should have happened at WrestleMania. As much as I kind of agree that, again, it was okay for Roman to win. I just think Edge should have pinned Daniel Bryan, and then it didn't hurt Roman. He would have been gone for a while. We could have gotten some matches for Edge, but now I'm going to pick Edge. Edge is going to be the one to finally dethrone the Tribal Chief. Again, it's not like Roman just got it. He had it for like over a year now. I think like 280 days, I think, maybe. I think that's what I heard. I don't know. He's basically just had it since last year, during Payback and everything. But yeah, that is pretty much it for my pay-per-view predictions for Money in the Bank. I didn't want to go any longer than I should have, and I didn't want to go too much into I didn't want to go too much longer. Like I said, I'm pretty much excited. I'm sorry if I didn't have too much many of the figures. There's still a bunch of figures I didn't have. That's just what I'm going to go at right now. I don't have Karrion Kross. I don't have the War Raiders, or whatever you want to call them. I don't have the Usos. I don't have Cesaro. Again, I'm hoping that they release one soon. And just a bunch of other things that they just need. That I'm hoping to release soon. But yeah, that is pretty much it for my paper predictions. Again, you want to like this video, comment down below what you guys think of your predictions. Are you guys going to be at Money in the Bank? And I know Rustin Ryan is going to be there, and I'm going to be probably searching for on watching it, because he's going to be wearing that tribal, the head of the table white shirt, and then also a Roman Reigns face mask. Again, I know this kind of sounds weird to say, and I'm going to be looking for him on TV, but it's just kind of like it's kind of like if Grim was at a pay-per-view event, and then anyone else, even my friend Colton in the same thing. But yeah, just comment down anything down below, and just anything that I've done that I think I should improve on, and just any advice, anything like that. Remember, subscribe, tap the bell. More videos coming soon. I'm still having 100 celebration. I'm going to be doing a line collection figure later on. Just going to rest in a little bit and also brush my teeth, but again, and just take a breather. But that is pretty much it. And this is Size 15, Golden Wire. Wire kicking out of here.